Hi Virgo, welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your mid-May 2024 love reading. Thank you to those of you who like, viewed, shared, and subscribed to the channel. I appreciate all of that. For those of you new to the channel, the source will be in front of us. It's what I call the bridge of the gap spread. And the way it works is we'll look at the past, present, future energies between you and your main love interest. Once we get through all that, we'll pull some more cards as well for some additional insight. That's our bridge of the gap dynamic comes into play. And as far as the decks being used, on the left side we have the Lovers of Path Tarot, on the right side we have the Romantic Tarot. And also keep in mind it's a general reading, so I'm going to be referring to the cards on the left as the energy and the cards on the right as the other person's. If you feel like it's the other way around in your situation, then definitely trust that. Alright, so with all out of the way, we'll get started. Past energy on your side, we have the 10 of coins. So this is actually a Virgo energy here, and it could just be saying that you really saw a lot of potential for this connection. You might have saw a lot of room for growth within the connection, and I feel like this is saying that maybe it might have even been one of those things that just grabbed your attention as well, right? So let's say if you were focused on your finances, it would just be saying that once you crossed paths with this person, you might have felt like, oh, okay, this is someone that kind of made you stand up and take notice. Past energy on their side, we have the 5 of Wands. So if we look here, it looks like there's a lot of feminine energies in the mix with the one masculine energy. It looks like they're holding flowers behind their back, right? So really what I gather from this could just be saying that might be someone that looks like they might have been a bit flirtatious, let's say, right? Maybe they're getting a lot of attention from multiple people. But I feel like this is saying that beneath it all, the flowers behind the back represents that, okay, even if that's what you saw on the surface, that behind it all looked like they did have a desire to commit to one person. All right, present energy on your side, we have the 6 of staves. So this is a Leo energy here. It could just be saying that you could still be feeling pretty confident, right? Maybe you've been experiencing some successes lately, and it looks like with that confidence, you might actually be moving in this person's direction in the present. Okay, present energy on their side, we have the Lovers. So this is actually a Gemini energy here, so it could just be saying that even if they're not in this energy right now, as we progress closer to Gemini season coming up soon, this could be the energy that they could be embracing, just feeling a lot more loving and open in the present. All right, and in the near future position on your side, we have fertility. So this is actually the equivalent of the Empress, and I do have to say, keep in mind that if you are within that category of people who can conceive, be on the lookout for that possibility for some of you. And for example, let's say, given that we see the Leo line in the background there, right, could just be saying that maybe if you were to engage in such a thing, you might find out by the time we get to Leo season that you're expecting, right, things along those lines there. But if not that, could just be saying that as we move toward Leo season, you might again be feeling that actual room for growth within the connection, a lot of fertility within the connection. So yeah, it could just be saying that this is one of those things that basically the way you viewed it in the past might actually start to take more form in the physical in the future. All right, and future energy on their side, we have the Star. So the Star is the card that comes after the Tower in tarot, and with this particular artwork, it always makes me think of seeing the compass there, that this person might feel like, okay, you were fated to make this connection, so they might feel like the connection's really faded, and that even if you go through darker times together, they might feel like the two of you could really work through those things together. So definitely a positive energy there. All right, bottom of the deck on your side, we have the 3 of staves. So that's actually an Aries energy here. So it could just be saying that for a while you might have actually found yourself in a period of waiting, right? So this is usually well, I wouldn't go as far as to say a stagnant energy, right? But this usually is one of those energies that's often referred to as the waiting for your ships to come in energy. But yeah, it could just be one of those things where, again, like I said, it seems like things were growing within your lives and you were experiencing successes, but maybe that romantic connection might have been the thing that you figured was missing, right? It could just be one of those things that for a while maybe you were just waiting for that to come toward you, and now you might be taking a bit more of a proactive approach. All right, bottom of the deck on their side, we have the Eight of Swords. So yeah, this is Gemini energy here. And yeah, maybe this is why we're seeing that star card that I mentioned, So for some of you, maybe this person was coming out of a bit of a darker energy, and maybe as they cross paths with you and the two of you start getting things off the ground, it could actually be restoring hope and optimism within them as well. Now, I do have to say, if the two of you have a bit more of a history with each other, because nothing in this main spread to me points to a separation of any kind. It's like a steady progression, but let's say if there was a separation between you and this person in the past, right? Let's say you were in the Three of Spades energy, waiting for them to come back around, and then on their side, it looks like they might have thought that the connection was over at that point. So maybe that could have been a bit of a disconnect for the two of you if that's your situation. But for the majority of you, it doesn't seem like there was really a separation between the two of you. If anything, maybe that the two of you just haven't come together yet. All right, so moving on to your oracle cards. First, we'll see what we get from the messages of love oracle card deck. Just going to pull a single card from this deck here. Got one there. All right, and next we'll see what we get from Wisdom Oracle deck. Same situation. That's going to pull a single card from this deck. Then we'll read the messages from both cards and wrap up the reading with that. Got one there. All right, so from the messages of love, we have obsession. All right, it says someone in this connection is gripped by obsessive thoughts. Interesting message there. Just looking at the spread, obviously it looks like there are some strong feelings coming into play here, but I wouldn't be able to pinpoint which of the two of you would have more of an obsessive type energy toward each other. So, but hopefully that resonates for some of you anyway. And then we have time to go. All right, there's the artwork, and the number is 45. So, interesting message here, right? Because like I mentioned, the scenario for some of you, if there was some kind of a separation in the past, but nothing that I'm seeing in the spread points to any of that in the future. But we'll see what that has to say and see if it really connects with the main spread. All right, the relationship message says it's over, or at the very least, the form this relationship has taken is no longer of service to you or the other person. This is a time of letting go, of knowing that the journey has come to its conclusion. That doesn't mean anything is lost. Although this card could speak to a breakup, drifting apart, or the end of a soul contract, it is more about release than destruction. Remember that saying, if you love something, let it go. If it comes back, it's yours. If not, it never was. Endings are always a sign of new beginnings. If you want something deeper, walk away. So interesting message there, right? Because again, there's really nothing in that main spread that points to an energy like that at all. So it's at least the possibility that for some of you, if that is what took place in the past, right? It looks like this is saying that maybe that is actually what's sparking things moving into a deeper connection in the future. So, but yeah, like I said, a bit odd there. Didn't really seem to fit the main theme, but hopefully that resonated with some of you. And we'll wrap up there. And I'll see you all next month. All right, bye.